Samurai Bride is one of them classic ecchi horror anime I still have to review. It is a sequel to Samurai Girls, and as it can be deducted from the name, it takes the harem to the next level and allows one of the girls to become the chosen one for the main character. Gee, I wonder which one of them is gonna be. Well, my mind is on the dual-wielding pink-haired Mokakashia slash relatively look slash Lucy from F lead rip-off samurai girl with split personality. Jubei Yagyu isn't exactly my favorite from the bunch. I mean, I like Princess Sen more, cause she's the stuck-up archetype, and also reminds me of Tomoe from Queen's Blade, mostly because of her looks, cause her personality is mostly a classic tsundere with an attitude. All that being said, I really like the alternative personality of Jubei Yagyu, when she transforms into a master samurai and gains a personality, aside from Mo, a dumb insecure girl.
Jubei Yagyu! Oh wow. I've regained my power to transform.
The real Jubei Yagyu is a complete badass, and I only wish there was more screen time dedicated to her in that form. Just like Moka Gashia, whenever she becomes tough, she steals the show. I like her confidence and superiority complex. She's always alone and acts like silent and broody. I'm a sucker for a loner archetype.
Thank you. It's appreciated.
And Jubei Yagyu turns into quite a tough, independent woman whenever her powers awaken.
Do you feel better about it now, big brother?
Speaking of which, I don't remember much of the story from this previous season. It was by far the worst aspect of the show. It ended with a forced anticlimactic battle against a huge aura of evil. Samurai Bride suffers from the same problem, sadly. The end battle is yet again a generic energy monster, and the power of friendship prevails against all evil. This time though, for the circumstances of marriage, given the anime title, Samurai Bride.
Let's do this, Jubei!
Well, the anime takes off from where it ended, with all the samurai masters hanging around the Yogi Dojo. This is like such a stale and unpopulated environment, kinda like an empty RPG or a low-budget show. There are only the main characters, and all the other extras seem to be generic and irrelevant, that they barely have any features to distinguish themselves from another. But I guess the accent has to fall on the samurai masters and their general. Well, sadly, while the girls have enough appealing features for me to enjoy, the Harem King is one of the worst the industry has to offer.
Hey, enough!
Don't touch me, Beast!
When Akira is such a complete disappointment. From the beginning I was impressed on how well developed and handsome he appeared to be, and yet he has no personality and cannot properly interact with the girls, even if his life depends on it.
It's been quite a while, hasn't it?
What do you mean by that? You and I have been together the whole time.
Huh?
How can he have zero chemistry with such beautiful girls? He does not show any sign of preferences or even interest in their abilities or struggles. He's a bystander who gets to kiss them and sometimes see them naked. Well, I guess it is the bare minimum for a harem king to justify his existence.
If you're back home, you should have told me so, you idiot!
Sorry about that.
Oh, Princess Sen, your clothes! Oh.
But it's way too little to make me care for him or any of his actions. Another missed opportunity is in the character design. This anime has one of the best, most unique and graphic art style among all harem anime, and the property is simply bursting with potential. Therefore, it is even more frustrating to see how much it underperforms in every single aspect of the game. I like the numerous dots that appear on the screen and the burst of dark energy enhancing every fighting sequences, making the show look engaging, while in reality it delivers an underwhelming experience. So back to the mess of a story. Well, sadly we're dealing with a simple premise that gets stretched out and forgotten by the end of the show. It starts with the 4 evil dark samurai who have been resurrected as a result of a passing events. We have a badass leader with 2 swords who wants to fight Jubei Yagyu figures. I mean, they are both dual wielding.
I'm a really powerful master samurai!
Fine by me. If that's the case, why don't you show me what you got?
Then we have the tall and slender, silent Yuri girl who gets jealous of anyone who approaches their leader.
She told me she wasn't gonna come back here yesterday. It looks like I have no choice but to eliminate that girl.
Since every group needs a loli, we got one here. She doesn't say much, and we don't get to see her skin till the last episodes, therefore I said this was a missed opportunity. And last but certainly not least, we have the tough gal from the bunch with an open t-shirt and a huge sword on her back. She's the warmonger, battle-hungry one, always up for a challenge and willing to fight the strongest opponent she can grab. So yeah, I have a classy bunch of hot female ladies. And yet, just like any other aspect of the anime, even these 4 new characters are not used to the full extent of their potential, and are severely underdeveloped. The premise of the show is that these 4 troublemakers want to fight the girls who defeated the evil whatever thing that tormented Great Japan in the last season.
We're looking for the one who's a master samurai.
The really strong master samurai that sealed Shiro Amakusa.
But sadly, the main perpetrator of the act is unable to show the full extent of her powers. That's right, Jubei Yagu cannot use her master samurai skill properly. And after a little skirmish, the 4 evil warriors have decided to give them a moment to train and reawaken Yagu's hidden powers. This concept could have been interesting, and yet the execution was done rather in a disappointing manner. First of all, we have this maid cafe stuff going on.
Yahoo! That's easy money, isn't it?
That's stealing from people.
Which has our samurai girls acting like servants to earn some money and get rid of their debt.
Big brother, we'll make this maid cafe successful.
Well, this is how we're gonna waste the first half of the show, with numerous scenarios, regarding attractions and maid outfits.
Now do it with me, everyone. Time to be tasty. Time to be tasty.
Yeah. We also have a forager in the harem. At first, he was introduced as a familiar, a panty-obsessed thief, who turned into a naked furry lady, and she kisses Akira. I guess she's a welcome addition to the team. They have distinct looks and characteristics. How every single character is so generic and uninteresting. They have distinct looks and characteristics, but experience no character development, and their relationship with the hierarchy barely improves or changes by the end of the show. Sadly, the most unforgiving aspect of the second season is how my lovable warrior of love has become an annoying little brat.
Kanetsugu Noe, the great fighter of love, is passing out flyers. So someone come and get some of these discounts already, people!
She used to be loud and obnoxious whenever this is irrelevant to the overall plot, or environment, or entertainment value of the show. She ends up being jealous of the familiar. That's how desperate and uninteresting she has become. I still like her attitude and clumsiness, and she does experience just a little bit of development as she manages to transform into a master samurai. Sadly, she does not willingly kiss the main character, as it was more or less an indirect touch of their lips. Even so, it was nice to see her gain a bit of power, enough strength to impress the dark samurai.
I'll tell you what, that was a pretty good smack you gave me back there.
Huh? Really? I thought so too.
When it comes to Princess Zen, I gotta add how less of a relevance she has at this moment. I mean, we get to see her titties in the first episode, and they are big and juicy. That's used to be. But besides her awesome naked body, she does not have much to offer to the story. Little Chick used to be her main rival in the first season, given they are from opposing families, and as of now, it seems they have become best of friends, plotting strategies, and even discussing finances together.
Right. We'll do whatever we have to do to get the win.
You're quite the villain, you know that, princess?
You're not too bad yourself.
I like how suspicious she becomes of Hanzo, as the concept of a samurai bride gets introduced to the harem. One of them will be chosen one, and Hanzo is starting to have fantasies about that possibility. I really enjoyed the manner of pure jealousy and mistrust coming from Princess Sen towards her. He acknowledges her as a potential rival, and not just a loyal servant.
Just better not tell me that you're angling for the samurai bride spot in our dojo.
No way! I would never do that!
I also really liked Hanzo's attire when she becomes a master samurai. She's the most dramatic and provocative costume from all of them. Not including Jubayagi, of course. Those ties are fake, yo. That's a beautiful ass. That's a beautiful ass she has. We also have a returning kata, the wannabe sister of Jubei, Kinsei Yagyu. Apparently she's a good girl, wants to play fair and get along with the rest of the harem. But she's hot and promiscuous, so therefore I see no reason not to accept her into the family. But seriously guys, isn't it kinda weird how dark-skinned katas are presented as nymphs in most ecchi anime?
Or have you forgotten that I helped you polish your sword before?
I don't remember that.
Kinsei is totally hot. Kinsei is totally hot for the main kata, and even forfeits a game to go after his stick. The beach episode was the culmination of the maid cafe arc. It served as a friendly competition between our harem and the four dark samurai. It's a nice summary of how relationships work between them. They're mostly hanging around each other, acting friendly and stuff. Jubei and the main chick from the dark samurai have become the best of friends. She even calls her wannabe, giving her puzzling behavior while in moe form.
Yo, I'm here to see Miss Wannabe.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but we're temporarily closed today, and we're opening again soon.
What?
I really liked their interactions, especially when she was served as a customer. Now from here on out, the story becomes a bit more complicated. The show had no idea how to deal with all these katas, so they introduced a weird stone to serve as a plot device to bring the gods together for a big, epic January finale. Overall, the show is more enjoyable than its first season, but nothing groundbreaking or innovative to impress a new audience. I give Samurai Bright a 7 out of 10. If you're not a fan of the harem genre, I say you will have a hard time enjoying yourself with this anime.